This is Keyshaun Elliott, linebacker, Arizona State. You're now listening to the Draft Club.
See, take wonders out here at ASU. They must be going to that broadcasting school and getting a little bit of treatment or figuring some stuff out. They all get a little nervous, but you figured it out.
Yeah.
We're here at Pro Day. How you doing?
I feel great. Definitely, it's a good feeling to have it over with. Move to the next step, one step closer, but nowhere close to my dream. That's the best thing I can put it.
Yeah.
That's why I can say it.
This was checking a box, though. This is a part of that process. Obviously, you got combine, you got everything that goes into, and then getting into this day. Let's talk, though. Let's start talking about ASU.
Yeah.
What was your favorite memory from your time at ASU? And I'm talking a play. I want a moment that stuck out to you. I see the smile coming, and this is what I was hoping for. Each guy's got a moment that stands out to them that is going to be like, hey, if I was sending a tape to the NFL, you want to send that one play. What's that play?
Of me.
Yeah,
I don't like to talk about myself too much.
I'm going to force you to.
I would say this year, I would say 2025, I had 7 sacks, but a lot of those plays were a lot of effort plays. So those are always pretty fun. The quarterback doesn't see you coming. You're running from whatever zone coverage you're in, flying out of there. And I think a couple times I hit 20 miles per hour. So those are definitely fun. Go out there flying around, get some sacks.
Which quarterback did you get?
There's multiple. Who
did you like getting the most?
The most?
Yeah.
I would say versus Texas. It wasn't a sack, but Quinn, we were in cover two man. And I got the back. The back went the opposite way. I see Quinn going the other way, scrambling. I, caught him by his shoelace. He thought he had the first down, but it was fine. He's a great player. Obviously in the league now, but it's definitely a great third down stop.
Always good to get the quarterback.
Yeah.
Always good to get the quarterback.
100%.
So let's talk about Tempe and just overall. I'm trying to get a feel for ASU as a school. So what are the things you're going to miss most about Tempe after you go on to play in your NFL career?
I would say outside of the locker room, obviously I'm going to miss the relationships and teammates that I had. But I'd say the one thing is like when it's, 105 fall camp, day 14, and you're tired, your body hurts, and you're going in period 12 and you're still outside, and you just look around like you got palm trees surrounding your practice field. There's no clouds in sight. You're living in a beautiful place. There's just nowhere else you'd want to be. Like guys want to call me about asking this place, ask about this place. I'm like, just come out here and experience it. That's the best way I can put it. It's hard to explain. You just got to personally experience it.
I'm glad that you brought up the 105 though, because I have an argument with a lot of guys about who's the toughest football players, right? And it's the Miami guys are always talking, well, we got the heat and the humidity, and the Texas guys are talking smack, and the Cali guys. But to me, Arizona and Nevada have one of the toughest environments to deal with, and it's that dry heat.
Exactly.
Settle the argument for me. Who are the toughest ball players, and which environment's the worst?
I'll say this, if you're out, in the South, wherever it's humid, you're getting days where it's raining. Those are blessed days. You're like, oh, there's clouds. You come out to Arizona State and you come play football. I promise you might count 10 clouds the whole time you're playing. So I'll just put it that every day it's 105 plus every single day. You don't get to, it's raining today, let's go.
No. The toughest football players come from Tempe because you're only going to see 10 clouds and there ain't no rainy days over here. That's what I heard coming out of that. Let's talk about Coach Dillingham. Since I've been in Arizona, he's been the guy that has gotten Arizona State to a place it hasn't really been. Talk to me about him as a coach and maybe what's one piece of advice that he gave you throughout your time here that's going to stick with you as you go into your pro career.
I would say just the advice he gives everybody is just be yourself, be your authentic self. There's no reason for you to go out of your way and try to be somebody you're not or put yourself in a situation that you shouldn't be in. That's one of the things. Just be yourself every single day, whether that's your character, how you approach everything. It's just be yourself. That's the best piece of advice he gave me.
Good advice for anybody.
100%.
Good advice for anybody. Well, one of the things I like doing with guys is giving you an opportunity to scout your team in the next up, right? Yeah. So when we get to Pro Day next year, who are the guys that are going to be here from ASU? Put us on game. Who do we need to know about for next year's class?
Yeah, you got a lot of guys going in 3 years, a few 4-year guys that are going to be great. Obviously, the 2 receivers.
Yep.
I'm going to say there's a guy in the back room. I won't say his name, but he knows I'm talking about him. I'm on him every single day. I still watch his spring ball tape telling him what to do. Come on, you have a chance. You can be 3 and out. So that's another guy, and you'll probably, if you do your research, know who I'm talking about. And then obviously CJ Fires. It's, you know, I play behind him. You know, there's not too many times that somebody's climbing up to me whenever he's in front of me. So that's another guy. He's going to be up on the boards for sure.
Well, listen, we like hearing about the next up directly from the source, and
definitely.
from the source, and
Reliable
who was in a reliable source, Hey, you might be an expert in media. I think you know a thing or two.
Maybe.
I think you know a thing or two. So what did you want to come out here today? Let's talk about today here at the Pro Day.
Yeah.
What did you want to come out here and show the scouts today? What was your goal?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just be sufficient. You know, I went to the combine. I was coming off a hamstring strain, so I wasn't able to do anything, you know, mobily, run the 40, do the, you know, L drill, short shuttle, all those things. So it was something that definitely hurt me. I mean, you're a kid and you dream of that your whole life, and then it gets taken away from you. But, you know, I just wanted to come out here and do those things and, you know, put good numbers up, which I did, and, you know, I'm proud of them. And obviously when it came to the linebacker plays, just to show that my moves are sufficient. I've been working on it.
All right, so over at the Draft Network, what we do is we scout the football players. So we write up scouting reports. So I like to give you guys your opportunity to write up the scouting report about yourself. So if somebody was reading a scouting report about your game, what would they read?
You know, he's a linebacker that's, you know, always around the ball. He's in plays that he shouldn't be in, which is a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, effort you'll never see effort because that's all I do. And then, I'd say, you know, a guy that plays physical, obviously a run stopper, but, you know, I'm, you know, pretty high IQ. So I understand what's going on behind me. So I can't be disruptive in the pass, even though that, you know, the stats and the numbers don't show that. So I feel like I am closing a lot of windows off on that too.
Pretty good. You might have a future in the scouting department if you ever once you're done with your playing career, if you want to transition to scouting, you might have something to say. Have something to say.
Yeah.
Give me your NFL comp. If you could choose anybody that comped your game to, who's your NFL comp?
Alex Singleton, Denver Broncos.
Yep.
Just different, you know, he's not a big, flashy guy, but he's rolled the tape. You know, he's great. He works well in that defense. He's always around the ball, and you can just see, you know, how fast he plays. You know, his mental, you know, IQ is showing up on that.
If you were, we'll get serious on the last two questions, okay, about reflective of your whole career. If there was one person that you could not be here today without, who is that person?
One person.
Yeah.
I won't say any coaches because I've been blessed with, you know, multiple coaches at different schools. So all of those guys, they all know that. I would say she'll like this one. I'll say my fiance. She'll like that.
Oh.
You know, she's a big piece, you know, why I'm here. You know, she sees everything that not everybody else sees. So whether that's the emotional part or, you know, everything that I put into it. So just her being on my side the whole time, that means a lot.
Look at you. You're a smart man.
Yeah.
There's no dummy out here shouting out the fiance. He knows a thing or two. I like a smart linebacker. That was a smart move.
100%.
All right. We will end with this question. If you could give some advice to your younger self, you're looking back and you could give advice to younger version of yourself, what would that advice be?
Trust the process. I think it's an ever growing thing. And, you know, to be great at something, you got to, you know, keep upgrading your process and, you know, don't be so, you know, focus on the results at the end of the day. You know, approach everything that you do consistently, you know, if not better than the last time. So I would just say that, you know, have a process, understand the process, and respect it.
Trust the process.
100%.
It's a pretty good thing to know about in football. Football is all about process. So thank you
100%.
so much for joining me today.
Definitely.
And good luck. You got 1 month till the draft, so good luck.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me.